Todd, MILO insulation has really revolutionized the insulation industry for attics, and a lot of people don't realize how basic this product is, but how well it can take care of their home.
That's right, and that's the one thing about this product is that it works so well, and it's a bit unique from traditional insulation. It doesn't shrink like traditional insulation. It's all natural. It has a lifetime transferable warranty. It insulates better than the traditional materials that we've been, accustomed to using.
All right, so you mentioned it's all natural.
Right.
What are we talking?
It's made from grain sorghum. There's literally thousands of varieties of grain sorghum, and we're looking for a specific amino acid. And we've literally have tested, thousands over the years, but we've only identified 2 strains of sorghum that contain this particular amino acid, and we need that in order to make the peanuts pop and expand properly.
So where are you getting this?
By and large, it's all grown here in Texas, so it's local farmers that are producing the product. So not only is it helping the environment, it's also helping our local farmers.
I've been out and I've seen the product. I've seen it being installed and everything, but for those who haven't seen it yet, I mean, you're describing this all natural, it's made from sorghum, and what people, the first time I heard about it, what I was picturing is this little seed, and they're blowing all these little seeds in my attic.
Yep.
That's not what you're doing.
That's not what we do. We actually got our start in the packing material industry. The packing peanut, you've seen the natural packing peanut that dissolves in water. We actually invented it. We started that back in 1992 to replace styrofoam, or the packing material industry was just going with styrofoam. One of the worst things we could do for the environment because it just goes right into landfills. It doesn't biodegrade. It's there forever. So that's where our market was. And as you can imagine, it took off exceptionally well for us. And in fact, it's now produced worldwide. We ended up selling the production rights to what ended up being the largest packing material manufacturer in the world out of Frankfurt, Germany. And like I said, they still produce it. You can buy the packing material in Office Depot nationwide, but that was our original product. But I say all that because it was during that time frame that we discovered that it did a really good job at insulating various items that people were shipping. So that's what prompted our R&D team to get in and start doing some research on it, and we discovered that it actually works better than the traditional blow-in materials. Okay, so being an all-natural product, a lot of times people think it's going to be inferior, not going to do as well. The regular insulations, we're used to having to have 15, 16 inches. What I got to have with this? With MILEX, you only need about 12 inches in order to reach the R38, which is what the recommended R value is for this climate zone here in North Texas, which is climate zone 3. We only need 12 inches, so we're a little bit higher in R value than what the traditional insulations are.
We're here at the factory today with Colby. He's going to show us how the insulation is made. What is this behind us, Colby?
This is sorghum. It's farmed and milled in Tulia, Texas. We get it shipped here in 1,000-pound bags, and then we extrude it. So that's the process of making this MILO insulation grate.
So how does the process work?
Well, we take the forklift and we pick up the 1,000-pound bag, and then we drop it in the mixer. We turn the mixer on, and then we add the appropriate amount of water. And then after we melt the water, then we add 30 pounds of this PBOH. And then after we had to let it get down to a certain moisture before we send it through the auger into the tote. And then once in the tote, the vacuum sucks it up out the tote into the hopper. And then after the hopper is full, you're ready to go. And then it's just, you go on the other side, you turn it on, you start all your settings, and then it just pushes through, the blades cut it down to the peanut size, and then just goes up through the quick draft and into the bags. It's got to cure for about 24 to 48 hours before we can put the boric acid on there. Fantastic. And then we go from there. All right, so basically after you make it, I told you it's got to cure. So after it cures, it'll be in these bags, and then we'll just open the bottom of the bag, we'll hook a quick draft up to it, and then it'll get sucked up in the quick draft, and then it gets into the tumbler, and it'll sit there and tumble, and then all the loose particles and stuff will come off the insulation and fall at the bottom. And then it goes through the tumbler, and then it goes down, and then the boric gets trickled on there out of the gaddy box, then it gets sucked up into another quick draft into bag 3 and 4 when it's done.
Wow.
That's basically how it goes.
People are always asking, how safe is your insulation? It's that safe.
through a patented process, we're able to refine the sorghum and make it into a insulation product that is revolutionizing the insulation world. It's without question the insulation of the future. Doesn't shrink like traditional insulation, has a lifetime transferable warranty. I mean, it's a really neat product.